Welcome to Piano Video Lessons. I'm Lisa, and today we're working on Grade 1 Piano Technical Exercises and Etudes. This is Unit 1 of Year 2. In our last lesson, we worked on the Etude, or the Study in C by Diabelli, and in this lesson we're doing our final technical drill, which is the set of A minor, E minor, and D minor Baroque triads for right and left hand. You can find that in your ebook on page 10. If you just click the link in the info card, you can come on over to Piano Video Lessons where you can get the ebook for the complete unit and also get the complete lesson index. So, if you've been following these lessons all along, and I'm sure you have been, and if you haven't been, I suggest you go back at least to the beginning of the Triads videos. So, the very first Triad video, we learned how to play solid blocked major triads, and we talked about how they're built. So, in this lesson, we're just going to do a very quick lesson on how to play these triads in broken form. So to review what we already know, we know that triads are built with a root, a third, and a fifth that come from the notes of the scale in which they belong. So the root here is going to be A, because we're doing A minor, and the third and the fifth are the two notes above. When we play these triads, we play them in solid form in our last lesson, and for the right hand we used finger 3 at the beginning in this root position, and then we went to finger 2 for first inversion, and we played finger 3 in the middle of second inversion, and then back to root position. So this is your right hand middle finger numbers for these triads. Now the difference here is instead of playing all of the notes together at once, we're going to be playing them broken, just as we did in our major triads. So we play them as triplets, and that means we play 1, 2, 3, and then when we move over, we're going to move our hand into that same placement that we did in the solid triad or the blocked triad, and we're just going to play them one at a time as a triplet, moving the C up, 1, 2, 3, and then moving the E up. Now we're in root position, and if you look at your music, you see that the E is repeated because we're going to play another triplet, and triplets have 3 notes, so we need to play the top note again, and then each triplet moving down those inversions. So, and then finishing. So here I go in root position, first inversion, second inversion, root position, coming down, second inversion, first inversion, root position. And again, these are the fingerings I was using, 3 in the middle, 2 in the middle, 3 in the middle, 3 in the middle, coming down, 3 in the middle, 3 in the middle, 2 in the middle, 3 in the middle. And then let's also focus on the notes. So here we have A, C, E, then C on the bottom with A on the top, E on the bottom with C on the top, A on the bottom with E on the top, coming down with A on the bottom, coming down to E on the bottom, C on the bottom, and A on the bottom. Alright, so those are the notes we use when we play the A minor triad. Now, when we play this for the left hand, we use the mirror image fingering. So we'll start with 3 and finish with 3 in root position, but when we're playing the inversions, we'll have the third finger first and then the second finger. So using these same notes of A, C, and E, we will start with, down here, third finger in the middle, moving up to that blocked position, playing the notes one at a time, quickly moving to that next position, quickly moving. And if you know your blocked triads already, you'll be able to find your position, set your fingers up, and then play down through. And if you want, you could warm up with blocked triads. So that's a good way to break things up if you're not 100% confident on the movements between those positions. Now, technically, you can just crawl this over like a little inchworm, sort of pivoting on that final finger or contracting your hand into those notes. But at first, it's helpful to find the whole position before playing through the notes, just to really be sure that you're getting the proper distance set up for the hands. All right, so now let's go back to the second chord up here, or triad, which is the E minor. And the notes from that are going to be E, G, B. And again, it's just a set of stacked thirds. You can see them written out one by one here. You can find that jump of a fourth, which we've talked about in our other lessons when we move into the other inversions. So in root position, E is going to be on the bottom. In first inversion, we're going to have G on the bottom. In second inversion, we're going to have B on the bottom. So let's go ahead and play that through. We'll start with the right hand, and we're going to have E on the bottom and finger 3 as the first middle finger. So here we go. Now going to first inversion, we're going to have G on the bottom, and I'm using finger 2. Now I'm going to move my hand up so that B is on the bottom, and I'm still going to use B, E, and G using my third finger in the middle. Now we're back to root position. It's hard to talk and play sometimes. Now coming down, root position, finger 3 in the middle, root position. Second inversion, it's going to use 3 in the middle, have B on the bottom. First inversion, it's going to use G on the bottom, finger 2 in the middle on your B, and then down into root position. So I'll do that again. Root position, first inversion, second inversion, back to root position, coming down, root position, second inversion, first inversion, back to root position. And one more time, 3 in the middle, 2 in the middle, 3 in the middle, 3 in the middle, coming down, 3 in the middle, 3 in the middle, 2 in the middle, 3 in the middle. Thinking about the bottom note, E on the bottom, G on the bottom. Oh, I should be doing this broken. E on the bottom, G on the bottom, B on the bottom, back to root, same, E on the bottom, B on the bottom, G on the bottom, and E on the bottom. And you can practice it with your solid first if you want to get a little more comfortable anchoring your fingers on the correct notes. And here it is demonstrated in real time. And I'll do the left hand. So we're starting off with standard fingering in root position. Now G on the bottom, finger 3 in the middle. Now B on the bottom, finger 2 in the middle, back to root position, finger 3 in the middle. Same position, second inversion is now going to have B on the bottom and finger 2 in the middle. First inversion will have G on the bottom and 3 in the middle. Root position will have E on the bottom. So just to clarify, the fingerings here at the beginning and the end are for root position. And then here we have first and second, and these are inversions or flipovers, inversions. All right, so that is the first 2 key groups. Now we also have D minor to play next. And D minor is going to be D, F, and A, just as it was for our solid triads. And we're going to use the standard fingering. So 3 in the middle, 2 in the middle, 3 in the middle, 3 again, 3, 3, 2, and then 3. So my 2 is playing the note A. A. Every other middle note is going to be played with finger 3. Here comes A, use my 2. And now for left hand, we're doing the notes again. I should write them here for you, D, F, and A. And that is your D minor triad. The root is D, and in root position, D will be on the bottom. In first inversion, F will be on the bottom, and in second inversion, A will be on the bottom. So now I shall play the left hand. So first root position uses 3 in the middle, then first inversion uses 3, second inversion uses 2, root position uses 3. Coming down, second inversion, use finger 2, finger 3, and finger 3. We can think of the bottom notes, D, F, A, D. Coming down, D on the bottom, A on the bottom, F on the bottom, D on the bottom. We can focus on which note finger 2 is going to play. So in this case, finger 2 is on D when it's in the middle. So here comes D, finger 2, And again, you could play these solid first. But always remember that we're going to replay the top note to make triplets. 2 on D. So that is the final technical exercise required for grade 1 piano. And in our next lesson, we're going to learn an etude by Wolfart, and it's called Study in G Major. And it's a little bit tricky, I'll be honest. It's in G Major, it's in 3/4 time, it uses broken chord patterns, which is kind of cool. We've just covered some of these. And it also uses a very different rhythm to coordinate. That's going to be the biggest challenge. So come on back. That'll be our final lesson for the pieces in this unit. And I'll see you in the next lesson. Thanks for watching.